Hello everyone and welcome to So Many Games at a Time. My name is Joachim and today we will be playing CFR, basically Championship Formula Racing. It says it here as well. I don't have the box, it's on the side, whatever, right? I'm fully prepared, I have everything here. I have the rule book and also the cheat sheets here as well that I can use because this is a complicated game, okay? This is not your typical Thunder Alley, Flamme Rouge, whatever game. This is much more complicated. Not so much when you race as a normal person, like a living being, but if you play with the historical drivers, of which we have 5 here today, then it becomes it's an adjustment, right? I'm not gonna go super into detail for about the rules. Let's just say whenever it's a HD driver, their turn, I'll be rolling a die and I will be checking their strategy to see what they're going to do. That's also the reason why there's so much stuff on the side of the board everywhere. That has only to do with historical drivers. If you're playing with human players, then that doesn't matter. Okay, very simple, basically. So also, how is this determined? The historical drivers, they have a special. You have the cards here, but these are paper ones because I printed them. I made them smaller, so it doesn't take up too much space. But more importantly, on the back side, there's a way to determine which strategy they'll be using. For example, this is the blue strategy, which is for Emerson Fittipaldi. It's called stalking. But it could have also been the other side, front B, for somebody else. But I only have the 5 that came with the game, and apparently many players, they copy them, so they can use them for up to 10 or more HD drivers. But I'm going to start with 6, okay? Let's not get too crazy. So he has stalking. Then Graham Hill, he has the back standard. Fernando Alonso, he has Mathy. Kimi Raikkonen, he has back X. And Gilles Villeneuve, I'm always going to want to say Jacques Villeneuve, but it's Gilles Villeneuve. He has a random strategy. So they're all those big cards that are on the left here. I didn't put them there because maybe I'll do a how to play video and then you can always check that out. Okay, so first things first, how did I create myself? Because I am purple. These are all the HD drivers. When you play as a human player, you have a whole deck of these cards, the driver deck. And that means for each of these different categories, driver skill, wear, top speed, acceleration, deceleration, start speed, you have like 4 or 5 cards. And of those 4 or 5 cards, you choose one. And all of them have a value. As you can see it here, -1, +1, +1, +1, +1, -1. And the end goal is, when you set up your car, is that your total value is 2. Cannot be higher or lower, just 2. So here, -1 +1, 0, +1, 2, 3, -1 is 2. So my car is legal, is valid, right? So some things are very obvious. For example, start speed is the lowest, the highest is 100, right? So I chose 20. I'll explain later why. But that means when we start racing, I will just move 1 spot forward. I could go faster in the beginning, but then I have to roll dice because I'm basically pushing my car. If you push your car, you have to do tests. There's a bunch of tests to do. I'll just quickly show you. You have acceleration, top speed that you can test, start speed, which is what I just talked about, deceleration, if you're going too fast and you need to slow down really quickly, you have to test, chance, that basically can be for a variety of things. For example, here, roll a chance, in which you try to if you go too fast in a corner, it's very dangerous. That's why you have to do chance. And you can see the chances of success with a chance roll is noticeably lower than the other ones. Forced passing is when you try to pass someone, blocked or unblocked. Deceleration, acceleration. So there's a bunch of stuff you can test with dice. But of course, if you test with dice, it is always very tricky. So that is start speed for when you leave, when you start the race, but also when you spin out, maybe like this, right? And then you want to get going again, it will also be your start speed that you use. Those are the only 2 times you'll be using start speed. Deceleration and acceleration, of course, that makes sense. Like I start with 20 start speed. Let's say I'm here. My next round, I'm going to accelerate plus 60 and go up to 80. And once again, I could roll to go even faster if I want to. Or I don't even have to. Yeah, I have to roll, yeah, for acceleration to go up. And then you have to top speed. Of course, I cannot go faster than 180. I can, but then once again, I have to roll and test to see if I can up it to 200. I can never go higher than 200. 20 is the maximum, okay? Right? Yes. Now, the danger is when you are testing these abilities and you roll and you fail, then best case scenario when you fail, they'll go down minus 20 for the rest of the game. If you roll again and you fail again, you're out of the race. It blows up. So of course, my start speed, if it goes down to 20, I'll be 0. So it'll be horrible. So I'm not sure if I'm going to test at the start of the race. So these things I think are obvious, right? You always want to make sure you slow down for the corners and so on. More about corners later. Then here we have the driver skill and wear. Basically driver skill, it says 2 times laps. We're doing 3 laps. So I would get 6 skill tokens. You can see them here, the 6 skill tokens. These are used when I'm rolling a test. I can spend up to 2 skill tokens to increase my chances of actually winning the roll, right? Then you have the wear. These are these tokens here. It's 7 times the lap, so I get 21 wear. Wear you're going to be using in corners. For example, if I'm going too fast in a corner, then you can see here, exceed speed limit by 20, spend 1 wear or roll a chance. 40, spend 1 wear and roll a chance, or spend 2 wear. So basically, if a corner says 60, I can go through that corner at 100 if I spend 2 wear. So of course that means throughout the race you'll be spending wear, but then you will need to choose your moments, right? Because if you spend all your wear really quickly, then you're going to have to stick to the speed limits and it'll be very difficult to pass anyone. So you can see some of the historical drivers, they have a little bit of wear. So he has, for example, 15. Here's 15 as well, 21, 18, and 18. Some of them have a lot of skill tokens, no skill tokens, no skill tokens, no skill tokens. And you can also see their difficulty rating. So 1 star, 1 star, 2 star, 2 star, 1 star. So there's no 3 stars because I want to take it easy for a bit, especially in the beginning now, the first race. So those have been my choices. I wanted to have a lot of wear tokens. But of course, if you go +1 somewhere, you're going to have to go -1 somewhere else. So you need to make choices, right? All right, so I think that's roughly what all this means. Here on the track, the corners are the most important. For example, let's say I am here, I'm still just regularly on the road, right? If I'm here, I'm attached to the line. So nobody else can jump in front of me because you have to be here to start the line, first of all. And this is the perfect line through the corner. What does it mean? Normally you go 60 through the corner, but when you go through this line, you can actually go 60 and it's fine, all right? So 60 would mean you go 3. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, okay? If you're going 60. But I could go 80 and then spend 1 wear because I'm virtually going 60, right? So I could spend 2 wear and go 100, go through 100 like this. That will be super fast. Of course, 100 will be 5. There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, if someone takes the outside with 100 on my location, let's say here, then what might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it'd be much more difficult, basically. We'll count it out as it comes along. So basically the red line allows you to go much faster. You can see it here as well, the 60, but technically you're going 80, okay, because you're going the perfect line. It just shows you that you don't have to use extra wear, basically. And I think that's the most important thing. When it comes down to HD drivers, I'll explain these numbers as it comes along. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have to decide who has pole position, because you can see we have a bunch of people here, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to be spending tokens. We're going to be spending wear, and whoever spends the most wear will start in the front. Now, of course, my start speed is 20, which is horrible. So I want to try to get into the front so there's not a huge gap to deal with. But on the other hand, I also kind of want to keep my wear. I don't want to spend too much. So they say for pole position, you should spend around 6 wear, but 6 total points. Which I'm not going to do. I'm going to go for skill is only half a wear, so that's half a point. This is 1 point, 1.5, and spend 2 wear. So I'm going to go for 3.5. 3.5. Yeah, that might put me in the middle of the pack though. 3.5. 4.5. Okay, 4.5. I'm going to spend 4.5. So let's say at the moment that puts me in pole position. Now let's see what Gilles Villeneuve does. It says at the top here, roll 1 die and then do what it says. So it says 4, which means he is going to do a value of 1 and he's going to spend skill tokens. So he has 1. All right. So I'll put the 1 next to his car, which means he'll come behind me for now. All right. So then we have Kimi Raikkonen. He is going to roll 1 as well. He rolls a 1, which means he's going to spend 0 tokens. So he is red. He's going to start all the way in the back for now, because if they tie, they're going to have to roll dice. Fernando Alonso, he also rolls 1 die. He has a 2, also 0. So Alonso is already going to roll dice with him, but we'll do that later because there might be more people doing that. Okay, then we have Graham Hill. He also rolls 1 die. 2. Also 0. See, they're all like, he's yellow. Seems like a roughly overpaid. Fittipaldi, he's going to roll 1 die too. He rolls a 4, which means he's going to spend 1 wear. So he also has 1, which means he ties with Villeneuve, and it means that I overspent so much. Okay, so let's take a look here. First, we'll roll these 2. We'll roll Gilles Villeneuve first. Whoever is lowest gets to go first. So 8. But because he rolled a 6, he has some pole stuff that happens to him. But it doesn't say here. To check my other page. Okay, so he rolled a 6. So now he has to roll again to see how much he added. But he has 8, right? So it's 3. So he rolled a 1. So he's going to add 0.5 to the bid. So Villeneuve spends a skill token to add to his bid. So he rolled 8. And then it is Fittipaldi. He rolls 3. So Fittipaldi gets to go first and Villeneuve there. Then we have yellow. That is Graham Hill. Well, let's start with red first. Raikkonen. So he rolls 8, also has to rolls a 2, also has to add half to it, but he can only spend 1, so it's too bad for him. He is aware. So he has 8, right? Then we have purple, who is Alonso. Ooh, he has 12, so he has to roll again. But it's good to know because he's already behind him, technically. So a 4 and a 3. So he has to add 2 to the pole bid, Alonso, and he's going to do it with -1s. So that's 4. There we go. All right, so he has 12, he has 8, and then it's Graham Hill. He has 2. So Graham Hill goes here, then it is Raikkonen, and then it's Alonso who starts last. Okay, now some of these HD drivers, they have special skills, right? Special things you have to do. Now I tried to choose as many of them without special skills because that makes it a little bit easier. So Alonso has always push a start speed plus 40 for free. So Alonso is going to go a lot faster. Now, anyway, I managed to get my pole and grossly overpaid, but I have my pole, so that's good. So I'll go only 1 spot though. So most of them will probably go past me, although Villeneuve, Raikkonen, Graham Hill, they're all going 20 as well. Alonso is going 100 and Fittipaldi 60. I think we'll bunch up all of us really quickly. The question is, do I want to push my start speed? Okay, all these, this is my bid, this goes away. So if I push my start speed, I have to roll these 2 dice, and this page can go away. I push my start speed. If I roll 8, then it works. If I roll 9 or 10, I have a partial failure, and then I just don't move, basically. I stall. No, I just don't move. If it's 11 or 12, the engine stalls, and I just get 0. So I'm going to try anyway, because I'm only moving 1 spot regardless. So I spend 1 token. No, I'm not going to spend a token. So I need to have 8 or less. Oh, imagine it really starting badly. I'm already scared. 5. Oh, thank goodness. So that means my start speed will be 40, and I move 2 spaces. So 1, 2. It's as simple as that. So you can see with the human player, it's much easier, because now it is blue. There's Fittipaldi. I have to roll for his tactic, which is 8. I'm rolling so many 8s. So, all right, now that I know that, it means that he's going to spend a 1 for acceleration or top speed, start speed. So he's going to spend a token, but he doesn't have a token, so it doesn't matter. He can't spend it. So he's just going to have a start speed, which is 60. And so he's going to move 3 spaces. So you can see these decks are to keep an eye on what speed you had before that. So 1, 2, 3. So he's next to me here. Then we have green, which is Gilles Villeneuve. So let's see what his tactic is. That's a 9. So he will also spend a token to boost, if he has one. He has one. So he spends a token to boost his start speed by 20, which means he will go 40. I'm looking at the wrong person. It's Villeneuve, not Graham Hill. Villeneuve will spend 1. So he will go 40 instead of 20. Just like me. So 1, 2. And then we have yellow. This is Graham Hill. So then we check his 7. All right. And now with this, nothing happens for his start speed. He just does his regular start speed, and that is 20. So he'll just move 1 spot. Now, you can't just jump to the side, okay? So he's going to slowly move to the line here, because these lines are also for the HD drivers. They're not for human drivers. It just shows you where you're supposed to try to get them. But you can't just go like this. You have to, like a real race, you have to slowly go there. Okay, then we have Raikkonen. His tactic will be 8, which also means he doesn't spend anything or tries anything. So he will just have 20 as well. So I'm kind of happy they're all just starting slowly, staying behind me roughly. So, but Alonso has something different, of course, because he has start speed 100, which he will push to 140, regardless of what this says. So he has 9. It says he spent a skill token, but it doesn't really matter because he's already maxed out his start speed anyway. Plus it's plus 40. So he's going to go 140, Alonso. Does it mean he can go 160? Because he gets plus 40 for free. I guess he goes 160 and spends a token, yeah. He's like flying starts, immediately 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so there he is. It is good news though for both of us. I think I'm gonna have to double check the slipstreaming, but I think because he's in front of us, the slipstream will carry us forward. No, I cannot, because he is right in front of Fittipaldi, so Fittipaldi is going to get the slipstream. Okay, so now I have to decide what I'm going to do, and then we'll do all the other drivers again. But this time for the drivers, I don't have to roll. I only have to roll for them after they pass the purple steering wheel. So there's one here, 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 and that's it. Okay. And then I always have to check the strategies to see where we are in the race, and then they might change up. Okay, so first of all, I have to decide. Of course, I'm going to go top speed and go to 100. It's not really worth it to go much faster, I feel. So I'm going to put it like this. because 100 will get me 5 spots, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then getting here is also 1, 2, 3, 4. So pushing myself and then having to spend more wear to slow down again, I don't think it's necessary right now. So I'm happy with 100. We'll keep it like that. One thing to keep an eye on as well is this says 160. That means if you go 160, like Alonso's going now, if you do that, you will end here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they tell you the speeds you need to reach here. But of course, if you're 160 and you stop 160 here, you're going to have a high deceleration to be able to take the corner. Otherwise, you might have to spend wear or roll a chance. I might spin out or God knows what else. Anyway, let's keep going. Purple, Fernando Alonso. He is right there. His tactic says that he's going to try to do 3 circles, but there are no 3 circles here. Then 2 circles with a star. That is the case. 2 circles with a star. He's going to go 100 plus D. His D is deceleration. That's 160. So he's going to keep his 160 going. Now his deceleration is 60, right? So he's going to be able to go through it if he spends wear. The 2 circles just means that he is willing to spend wear if necessary. Okay, so 160, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Then it is the inside first, which is me. So I go 100, which is 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think I cannot take advantage of his slipstream. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could not because he was not directly in front of me. So I'm there now. Then it is blue, which is with Fittipaldi, right? He is going to do double star, which is here as well, 100 plus D as well. So that's 180 for him. But his maximum is 160. His acceleration is 80. So he's going to go 140. But he has nothing to spend to go faster. Yeah, so he's just going to go 140. So with 140 and an extra spot, of course, because of the slipstream, but he's not going to use that. So he's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an extra spot. Yeah, 8. There we go. So these 2 are saying bye-bye to the rest of us. Then we have green, that is Gilles Villeneuve. So his tactic is double star as well. That's 100 plus D. So that's 160 as well. But at the moment he's going 40. His acceleration is 60. And he cannot go faster according to his tactic. So he's just going to go 100. It's good news for me. So 5 spaces for Gilles Villeneuve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have yellow, that is Graham Hill. His tactic is to do nothing. He's just going to do whatever it says in bold, 60 plus D plus D. And that is, his D is 80. So that's 220. But of course he can't go 220 because he's going 20 at the moment. With his acceleration, that would be 100. And he will spend 1 skill token to go 120. All right, so he's going 120. Not bad. And move 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have, last but not least, Kimi Räikkönen. He is doing nothing as well. Wait, did I do this correctly? Where is yellow? Oh yeah, they both do nothing, yeah. Okay, so him is also 60 plus DD, so that's also 220, is the same thing, ends up being. So he also accelerates to 100 and he also spends a token. Oh wait, he was not supposed to spend the token. I was looking at the wrong one. So Graham Hill gets it back, but he will spend the token. But he has no token, so it doesn't matter. So he just goes 100. Okay. 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that is after the start. You can see initially Alonso from last became first. And my pole position, I'm 3rd now. I think I was able to limit the damage. So at 100, I could actually go into the corner by spending 2 wear, which is what I'm going to do eventually. But I'm going to move 5 spaces, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's with a 5th, I can already start the corner, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just maintain my speed. I'm going to keep 100 going. And then we just see what Alonso does. So he doesn't have to roll yet because he's not past the steering wheel. So he is going to do, once again, double star on the line. So he's going to go 100, which he can do because his deceleration is 60. So he just decelerates from 160 to 100 and move 5 spaces. And he's going to spend 2 wear, of course, for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then he's going to have to roll later on. So I flip his token, even though you can't see it. And then it is Fittipaldi. Fittipaldi is also going to do the same thing. He's also on the line. He's also going to go 100, and he's also going to spend 2 wear tokens. So he is going to decelerate to 100 as well. Yeah. So 100 and move 5 spaces. Where are you? 100, here you are. So move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He just follows him nicely around. Then it's me for 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I spend 2 wear tokens. Now the downside of going into the corner at 100 or starting your turn into a corner is that you can't accelerate. If you end your corner here, you can already accelerate out of the corner. That's actually better. But I didn't want to go into the corner by 60 because then I have to roll a chance, which means, what is it, 6 or lower? Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay, then we have, also by the way, he's going to have to roll. Then we have Villeneuve. He is still going to go 2 star, which is 80 plus D, and that is 140. But he can only go maximum of 120 because 140 is going to go way too fast. So he's going to go 120. Yeah, so which you can easily do. 120 and move 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's right behind me. And then we have Graham Hill. Graham Hill, he just does a regular stuff, so 60 plus D, that's 140. So he's just gonna go up 20 and go up 7 spaces, move 7 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have Raikkonen. He also does nothing, so he's also going to do the 60 plus D, which is also 140. So it's easy for him to go to 140. So these guys don't have a lot of wear, but they have high acceleration and deceleration. They can quickly go up and down, which is really handy as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a little train here happening, and I'm the leader. Choo choo. So I'm just going to maintain because I cannot increase my speed. So I'm going to stay 100. And then here it is Alonso, and he has to roll. So 5. So at the moment, he's at the first strategy, right? Second strategy would be past the second corner, but we're not in the first corner, so he just stays with the top half. So I know you're not seeing what I'm saying, so I'll just show you real quick. So he had been in the top half here, and the second half is in or past second corner, but that's here, doesn't matter. If 2/3 of the race or his wear is less than the C is what it says in the corner here, but never mind that. 3/3 of the race, and if wear less than 2. So it's going to take a while before we get to the next phase. But he's going to roll, and I don't know if I just rolled, but I'll roll again. He rolls 7. So in this case, he would go 6 to 8, and then I would always find these icons to wherever he is. So for example, he now has 7. Oh, sorry, he's now here. So I check here. It says 2 with a star. There are no stars here. If there's a star here, you have to find a star, but no stars anywhere. So he's just going to revert to using the regular speed, which is 80 plus D. Okay, that's it. So 80 plus D. And this stuff means that if he needs to do it, this is how he'll pay for it. That's why the stuff is there. So he rolled this. All right, so he's going to do 80 plus D, and that is 140. So he's going to go up to 140, which is 7 spots. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Now, he was going 100. That's not fast enough for slipstreaming. So Fittipaldi is not going to slipstream, but he does have to roll as well. So he rolls 9. So his strategy, for example, the second one says, if he is more than 1 turn behind the leader, which he definitely is not, so that doesn't matter. He's going to look for 2 with a star, which is this case 120 plus D. So he's going to really rev it up. So 120 plus D is 80, so 200. But of course he cannot go higher than 160. So he's just going to do 160 because he has no skill tokens to use. So he's going to go 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these 2 are now next to each other. Now these exclamation marks, they're important because if there's an exclamation mark on their tactic as well, then whoever's turn it is first will get 20, will go 20 miles faster than the other one. It's like you're passing, right? Okay, my turn then, still 100. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it is Villeneuve. So at the moment he's going 120, but he's on the line, and according to his strategy he's going to go for 100, which means he's going to spend 2 wear tokens. He has tons anyway, and also go 100. So the train will stay the same. 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it is yellow, Graham Hill. Oh, and he will have to roll because he's went through the corner. Graham Hill, he does nothing as we know. So he's on the line. So he's just going to go 60. So, which he can do because he's 140. He goes down 80. So he goes to 60. Which is 3 spaces. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. And then we have Raikkonen. He also does nothing, right? He's done nothing yet. But yellow is going to roll. So I guess he's also going to go... He's not on the line yet. So he's just going to go 60 as well. Yeah, he can also decelerate down to 60 easily. No need to spend anything. So 3, 1, 2, 3. And because they are doing 60, they don't have to spend wear because they're going on the line. So they're actually saving their wear, which is always good end game wise for them. They might try to speed up at that point. Okay, I'm here. I can speed up, which of course I will do. I'm going to go up to 160. I could spend stuff, but I'm going to try and make the difference in the corners. So I'm just going to go 160 and 8 spaces when it's my turn. Of course, that means I'm taking, most likely going to take Villeneuve with me. But yeah, it is what it is. He's going to get slipstreamed. All right, so here we have... Let's see, they all have to roll, except for these 2 they've already rolled. The one who's going to go first, actually he was supposed to be here because they're going to go to the outside. So it's going to be Alonso first, I think. No. Fittipaldi first because he's going faster. And he has an exclamation mark on his tactic, so he's going to get plus 20 already. And then 2 with a star is 120. So he's going to go 140 and willing to spend wear. But can he actually then go through the corner? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And with 140, he would have to decelerate down to 60 to take that corner, which is what he can do. Yeah, he can do that. So he's going to do that actually. He's going to go 140. Well, actually he's going to go 120, but he gets the plus 20 boosts from there. Right. I think it just adds plus 20 mph, yeah. So he's going to go 140. Okay, so 7 spaces for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's in the corner at 140. So technically he has to spend 3, but deceleration here for him, it says he will spend 2 wear and then 1 skill token. But he can't spend a skill token. So in that case, he will take the outside, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he will spend 2 wear tokens to do that. I think that doesn't make sense though. I think for him, he does get the extra spot. So normally they say the HD drivers you should choose for them. But I guess with the extra 20 miles per hour, I think it's still applicable. Yeah. because you maintain speed anyway at 140. So, but 140 with 80 is still too fast. You would still have to roll. Okay, so instead of 140, he's gonna go 120 and take the outside. So he's gonna be here. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at 120. Yeah. Otherwise, you can't pay for it. And I think I paid his wear already, right? All right. So then it is Alonso. Okay. Actually, it makes more sense if he goes 100 and instead of spending 2 wear, just spends 1 wear. He just slows down, just slams the brake there before he goes in. So he gets 1 wear back. That makes more sense. Because if he takes the outside, it's going to take him much longer to get out. And now at least he's blocking him. All right, so he is supposed to go double star, which is 120. Now, he is going to be meeting up there with Fittipaldi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could try to go through him. Pass would mean he has to spend 2 skill tokens, which he does not have, but he can spend the -3. Okay, so I guess he'll move through him. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he passes him. He spends 2 wear for the corner, first of all, and then -3 for the skill. Okay, so he basically slowed down to 100. Oh, but 120 he could have actually been in that spot, right? And 120 he could have been in that spot. Yeah. Sorry. So in that case, he would be here, and he would just, instead of his -3 and 2 wear, he would just spend 1 wear to slow down and go down to 100. Otherwise he'd crash. This makes more sense. Because at 120, he can go in there. Because the line is 80. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Better this way. All right. So they're finally done. My turn 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. But of course, because I went 160, he's going to slipstream 1 position for sure. But he has to roll first. And also, he's going to have to roll later. So 2, which means he will do absolutely nothing. But he will get 1 slipstream spot, and he's going 80 plus D. And 80 plus D is 140. So he's going to go 140 plus 1 spot. This is going to move 8 spaces, basically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like this. At least he's not right behind me. Yeah. But then at the start of his turn, I'll probably slow down enough for him to not be able to slipstream anyway. I guess because I'm here, he would be here, right? It's more advantageous for him. Let's not be stupid about it. Okay, let's roll then for Graham Hill. He has 3. He goes there. So he does nothing either. So he will go 100 plus D, which is 180. He can only go up to 140, and he's not going to pay. So just 140 then. So 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see how much better that's going to be when you compare to Raikkonen, because he has to maintain his speed. So he's just going to move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And that suddenly has this huge gap that happened to them. Okay, so we're going through here already. I'm going to go quickly over the second strategy, potentially. So for Fittipaldi, it is 2/3 of the race or 1 turn behind leader, but he's the leader, doesn't matter. Alonso is in or past the second corner. He's almost there. For Villeneuve, it is in or past the 3rd corner, so that's still quite a while away. Then for Graham Hill, it is same thing, 3rd corner. And for Raikkonen, it is 2/3 of the race. So of course, 2/3 of the race is 1.5 laps out of 3. So what am I going to do? I am there. I can go into the corner at 120. So I'm going to slow down to 120 and then spend 2 wear to go through it. So I'm going to be going 120, which I can easily do with deceleration. That would be 6 spaces. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be perfect. All right, so let's see what Fittipaldi is doing. So 7. So he's going to go 2 star, but he doesn't matter at the moment because he's in the corner. So he has to maintain his speed, which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which immediately puts him on the next line, which is of course nice. Alonso will go 120. He's already going 100, so he's basically increasing his speed again, and he will pay 2 wear tokens to go through. So that's 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he I guess he doesn't go like that. So he just takes 1 wear token back and sticks at 100. Where was he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he was in the corner already. Yeah, slipstreams don't count, obviously. He didn't go fast enough. Okay, then my turn again. I'm going 120, right? So 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I spend 2 wear. So I get 3 back. Okay. And then it is Villeneuve. And by the way, both those... No. Alonso is going to have to roll later on. Villeneuve. He is going just regular speed, so he's just going to go 80. Yeah, so he slows down to 80, which is good news for me, because he'll stay nicely behind. 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, ready for the corner. You can see some of them like these who don't use anything, they're going to be using them at the end of the race. So they're going to try to catch up at the end. So Graham Hill, then he's here. He is just going to do nothing either. So he's just going to maintain. So 80 plus D, which is 160. So he increases his speed a bit. 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I guess he's not going to do 160. He's going to stay at 140 instead of 160. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, makes sense. Here we have Raikkonen. He went through the corner really slow, right? Yeah. So now he's probably going to increase his speed. He's going to do 100 and plus D, which will be 180, but it can only be 160. So he's going to do plus 80 and then spend 1 token, which he doesn't have. So no, he's just going to do 140 then. 140, because it's 80 plus 60 is 140, and he cannot go higher. So 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so then it is back to me to decide. I can go to the corner there at 140. I can go up to 180 through the corner if I spend 2 wear. At the moment, I'm going 120, right? But I'm spending my wear like crazy. I don't know if I should go 180 because I'm only slightly behind them. But then they're going pretty fast as well. Yeah, I'm going to go 180. But 180 would be 8, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it'll be fine. 180. Let's put the pedal to the metal. So Fittipaldi's max speed is 160 and Villeneuve is 180. Good to know. All right, first Fittipaldi. He doesn't have to roll yet because he rolled before, because he only moved 5 spaces. So he's just going to follow his strategy, which is double with a star, which is 140. So 140, that's no problem. He's going to move 7 spaces. and he's going to spend some wear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here he's going to spend 1 wear. Here he's going to spend no wear. So just 1 wear, then he's going to get 4 back. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Then we have Alonso, who has to roll. And we are past the second turn, so he's going to go to his second strategy. So 7. Once again, 2 star. So he's going to go 160. Yeah, of course he is. So 160, and he's going to spend 2 wear. And move 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then he would bump again. So I guess once again he's not going to spend that. He's just going to spend he's just going to go 160 then, I guess 140 then, I guess, because he can't pass. So might as well go 140. And he was only supposed to spend 1 wear anyway, because with 160 you only spend 1 wear there, so he spends nothing. Yeah, he spends nothing. And then it's me. I'm going to regret my choice, right? Okay, so I'm going to fly through 9 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I guess I'm going to go next to him, 9. And because it's 140 there, I'm going 180. I spend 2 wear. Okay. Well, at least I'm closer now. No, the 180 was a bad idea. And both of these are going to roll next round because of the steering wheel here. Now here we have Villeneuve, who is still going base speed. So he's going 80 still. So 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was easy. He's going to roll next time. Then we have Graham Hill, who also does a regular one. So 80 as well. So he's going to slow down. And move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I think Alonso got slipstream, no? He got slipstream, and then I made him slow down, which was not necessary. So basically, he had 160, right? Which moved him 8 spaces and made him spend 1 wear, right? And then because of his slipstream, he would have gone past, if he's allowed to pass. He is allowed to pass if he spends 2 or spends this. So he actually ends up here. And because he's going 160 through here, he spends another 2 tokens. So I guess 3 back. There we go. And that means I'm here. Okay. Turns out much better for me, of course. But that's what I was like, huh? Yeah. All right, so those 2 are done. Then we here have Raikkonen, who is also doing nothing. Yes, also doing nothing. So it's 8 plus D, but only 120 is the maximum he can go. So he'll just go 120. So 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then I need to make a decision. I'm right there, 180. I can spend another 2 wear to keep going 180. I don't get the slipstream, I think, because I think you can't be in a corner for slipstream, right? Yeah. He's in a corner, so I can't get slipstreamed. 180 will probably put me next to Fittipaldi. I think I'm going to slow it down to 160. And then with the slipstream, hopefully go past him next round. We'll see what happens. All right, first it's Alonso. He's going to roll 8. So he is going to try to do as much as he can, I think. So it is triple. There's no triple. Double with a star. That's 160 plus D for Alonso. But basically, he's going to just fire up his top speed and acceleration. Actually, just top speed, because he can go that fast, right? Yeah. So he's going to go 180. 180, and move 9 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. And then we have Fittipaldi, who has to roll as well. So 6. I don't think he's one turn behind the leader yet, so he's gonna go 2 star, which is same thing, 160 plus D, which is 240, which of course he can't do, but he has 160, and is he going to push it? Where is he? Fittipaldi, blue. He is gonna push it. He's gonna spend, but he can't, so he's just gonna get stuck at 160. And move 8 spaces, which is good for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My turn. I move 8 spaces, and I'm still actually paying 2 wear. Yeah, I'm still paying 2 wear actually. So 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because this is 120, and I was going 160, so that's 2 wear. Yeah, I'm only down to 10 wear. Fittipaldi has 9, Graham Hill still has like 16 or something, Alonso still has like 14, Raikkonen has 17, Villeneuve also has like 17 or whatever, so yeah, still a lot of stuff to go through. Okay, these two don't have to re-roll. Villeneuve has to roll, so it's 10, and we're not past the 10th corner, the 3rd corner yet, so he's here, so he's at 10. All right, he's gonna do double star. It's not available, so just do whatever. So 140 for Villeneuve. 140, 7 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. Sorry, he's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So he's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, sure, fine. And he's gonna have to roll again. And then it is Graham Hill, who rolls an 8. Nothing much happens there. Just basic speed, which is also 140. These guys are just, well, actually, he's gonna slipstream 1 spot if he can, if it's worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think it's worth it. He would be here. I think he'll just stay. Yeah, I don't think there's a point to it. He can slipstream again anyway. So, and he would roll again as well. And then Raikkonen, who's right in front of the turn. He's going to go 80. So, question is Raikkonen is he going to get back in the race or not? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because he's going really slow in those corners. Okay, so I'm 160 there. I could test for top speed and go, well, my top speed is 180, so I can go 180 anyway. That would be 9 spaces, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then get in there for 9. I don't think that's a good plan, because, yeah, no, really not a good plan. I think 160 is good enough. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can actually do 140. And with a slipstream be good as well. So I'm gonna go, actually gonna go slower. I'm gonna go 140 because I'm counting on his slipstream to pull me forward a bit. All right, so Alonso, is he rolling? He's not rolling. He has a 3. Yep. So 180 or but no. Because it's a 3 if he has a 3 token, but he doesn't have it. Okay, then 2 with a star. So 160 for Alonso. So he's going to slow down to 160 and move 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because he's going 160 and this is 120. So he's going to spend 2 wear. He has no skill tokens left, right? So he just spends 2 wear. Okay. And then it's Fittipaldi, who is over there. He doesn't have to roll either. He just has 2 star, which is 160. He'll maintain speed. So that's 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and also spend 2 wear. And then it's me. I said 140, but I get 1 free move because of slipstream. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm there. I won't slipstream next time though because of the corner. These two will roll as well. So hop and hop. Then we roll for Villeneuve. Past the third corner now. So he's doing 12. Has to roll again because of his random stuff. Okay. So he is going to go for the double circles, which in this case is 160. So he's going to speed up in the corner and move 8 spaces. So he's going to spend 2 wear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see the change of strategy, and suddenly he's firing up the motor, the engine. So Graham Hill is behind him, and he went 160. So 160 gives, is it 1 spot or 2 spots? 1 spot. All right, so he's going to get that for sure. 6, and he's just going to do regular stuff. So regular stuff is 120 only, but plus 1 spot, right? So 120, so 6 spaces. So actually 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But this does mean that Villeneuve kind of leaves him. All right, then it's Raikkonen who has to roll, right? 4 spaces, yeah. He has to roll. And that's an 8. So that's nothing again. So it just goes 140. He's just going like basic speeds, not spending anything anywhere, just trucking along. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Basically, he's Latifi. Just chilling in the back. All right, so I'm there. 140 would have me spend 1 token. I'm not getting slipstreamed. They both already paid for their tokens, so they're just going to keep going 160 and 160 through this. So if I pay less, I will lose touch, but if I pay more, it's also not good. So I am just going to stick to 140 and just pay 1 wear. Yeah, just pay 1 wear. Gonna make me lose touch a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Or I should just go through it and spend no wear and wait until they run out of wear and then try to catch them. Halfway the first lap, I still have 10 wear and 3 skill tokens. Yeah, if I just go 120, that's 6, right? So that would be 1, 2. If I go 100, that's 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I would go to 160. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I need to go 120. I'll just go 120. I'm paying nothing. And then open up the tank to get to the end. All right, so Alonso has to roll 9. So that's going to be this again. He's going to go all out again, but he's in the middle of a corner, so he's going to stay his current course. So that's 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Then we have Fittipaldi, who rolls a 4. And that means he's going to have the star. But that doesn't matter. Once again, he's in the corner, so 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then it's me. So 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I made them go the wrong way before. Oh, no, if I go here, I have to pay. No. Sorry, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That's better. Okay. Both of them rolled. So it is Villeneuve. He rolls an 8. So he has to roll again. He rolls 12. Okay, so he's going to go for triple with a red, but Villeneuve has a red, so that's good. But the triple with a red is not available. So then he's going to go for double star, which is 140 plus D, which is 200, but he's going 160. And he's going to spend 1 token to go 200. But 200 is not an option, right? No, so he's not going to spend a token. He's just going to go 180. Because 200 would have him go 10 spaces as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then it would crash. So he's just going to go 180. Which he can easily do. So 9 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he woke up, you know. Then it is back to Graham Hill, who rolls a 7, which means he'll do nothing again. So he's just keeping it chill still, Graham Hill. So 120 plus D is also 200 though. So he can go up to 180, and is he going to spend anything? He's going to spend 1 to go to 200, yeah. So he is actually going to go 200. Yeah, it is true, yeah. Double check just to be sure. 10 spaces for Graham Hill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. It is correct, right? Yeah, 120 plus D is 200 for him. And then he does spend 1 to increase top speed. So yeah, correct. And then we have Raikkonen, who's like, where did they just go? So he was going 180, which is way too fast. He has to roll for sure. So that's 11. So he's here. Now he's going to use the star, but there's no star available. So he's going to go 120. So he goes down to 120 and move. Whoa, what am I doing? That's not him. Here. He was going 140. He's going to go down to 120. So 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So something's going on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. So if I go up to 180, I can make it. Yeah. So 180 will get me in a good position for the turn. So I'm going to go 180. All right. So he doesn't have to roll. Just triple, not available. Double star, available. That's 180 or 160. So he's going to go 160, because that would be the inside. 160 for 2 tokens. Yeah. So Alonso just keeps going 160. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Then he's going to have to roll again. And then it is Fittipaldi, who does 1 star. So 160 or 140. So he's also going to go 160. Spend 2 tokens, which means he's going to also go 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Then it's me. I'm going to go 180 and move 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. So I actually caught up a little bit. Just 1 spot. And also Fittipaldi will have to roll. Then we have Villeneuve, who is going to do the triple, but actually is going to go here. This is where greater than C. C is 9, and his where is way higher, so he's going to do one circle, so 140. Villeneuve is going to go 140, so 7. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and spend 2 wear. There we go. Then and he's going to have to roll later on. Then we have Graham Hill, who will just do basic stuff, so that's 120. So he just went from 200 to 120, which he can perfectly do. So 6 spots. And he's not spending anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Also gonna have to roll. And then we have Raikkonen, who has to roll as well. He rolls a 6. So it's still not 2/3 of the race. So he's just still at the top. Basic stuff. 120 plus D is 200. Which he can do, which is also what he's gonna do. 200, 10 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And suddenly he's not that far behind anymore. Okay, so what am I gonna do? I wanna go 160 and spend 2 wear. Because there I wanna go, there it's worth it to spend the wear. Okay, so we go to Alonso, who has to roll. He rolls a 9. Let's see. He rolls a 9. He's here. So he's going to do triple. It's not an option. Double star is an option, which is 100 plus DD, which is 220, which of course he can't do. He can go up to 180 by spending a skill token. He has no skill token, so he's just going to stick to 160. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Then it is Fittipaldi. Fittipaldi maintains his speed, but he has to roll anyway. So he has 9. So he's here. So he maintains his speed, which is also 160, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it's me, also 160. I spend 2 wear. There we go. Alonso still has 10. So that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then both of them rolled. So Villeneuve has to roll. He rolls a 2. Has to roll again. Another 2. So he's going to get 1 star, which is 160. So it's actually going to go up 1 and move 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And spend 2 wear. Alright, and then we have Graham Hill. 5, which still is nothing. So he's just going basic stuff again, which is 140 plus D, but for him basic stuff is 200, right? 140 plus D is 220. But is he going to, and he's going to pay a skill token to increase his top speed. So he's going to go 200. Yeah. 200. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Suddenly he's there behind him. Hello, how you doing? Okay, 200. Wow, I'm legit impressed with what Graham Hill is suddenly doing. Both of them are really coming up. Raikkonen, he's there. He's not going to do anything special. He's just going to do 120, which is what he can. So he's going to move 6 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's there now, and he has to roll later on. And the same goes for Villeneuve. He also has to roll. Okay, so we passed 1 lap already. How long have we been roughly recording? Is it an hour? Yeah, if you take away the explanation, it's an hour, yeah. Okay, better go faster from now on. So Alonso in the lead, and he is going to go not triple because he has no red, right? No. So he's going to go double star, which is 80 plus D, which is 140. So he's going to go 140. He's actually slowing down. 7 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Then, I was supposed to choose. Obviously, I'm going to stay 160. Sorry, 180. Obviously. Because that's my top speed. And then we have Fittipaldi. He's going to do double star, which is 100 plus D, which is 180. But his top speed is 160 and he can't get higher. So he'll just go 160. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, because Fernando Alonso slowed down. Yeah, that's why he caught up with him. My turn then. 9 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So wow, a nice little train. And then it's back to Villeneuve, who has to roll, which is 6. And then has to roll again, which is 8. And basically does nothing. But he has to maintain his speed anyway. So that's 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then it is Graham Hill, who is going 200. Of course, has to slow down now, but he's not going to do anything. He's just going to do regular speed, which is 120, which is once again what he can do because he has 80 deceleration. So he has 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have Raikkonen, who's supposed to roll. 3 doesn't really do anything for him. So it's just 140 plus D, which is 220. So he's going to go 180. Does he boost? He does boost, finally. So he's also going to go 200. I'm always looking at the wrong post. No, he's not going to boost. He's going to go 180. I'm always looking at the wrong person, and apparently I cannot articulate. So 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's trying to get there, Kimi. He's trying to get there. All right, so what am I going to do? I'm behind them. I am going to get slipstreamed by Fittipaldi, I think. Oh no, it's the start of my turn though. So he's only going to go like 100 or something. I'm pretty sure. Because it's going to be 60, maximum 100. So I don't think I'm going to slipstream anything. I need to slow down to 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 120. So I'm going to have to spend 2 wears. No, 2 wear and roll. I've gone too fast. Well, I can late brake, which is what I'm going to have to do. Okay, I'm going to have to go down to 120 and then late brake. Most likely. But we'll see. 120. All right. So, first of all, Alonso. He's going to go double star, which is 100. So, he'll continue to decelerate to 100. I wonder if he's been going too. I don't think so. 100. 5, 5, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means 2 wear for Alonso. He gets 3 back. So yeah, as I said, they slow down, right? And because they slow down, you cannot slipstream anymore. So Fittipaldi, he will also slow down most likely. 2 star. He's going to go 100. So also 5 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And spend 2 wear. So he has 3 left. And then now, there I am in my 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I spend 1 wear to go down to 100. A late break. Because otherwise it'd be boom, patat. So he's in the best position now because he's going to jump away. He's going to get stuck on 100 and so am I. So he's going to have another jump, which is annoying. Villeneuve, he is not rolling, so he's just doing regular speed. So 60 plus D, but that's a lot for him. So that's 120, it's 180. So he's just going to go up to 180. Yeah. So 9 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look who's here. Look who's here. Graham Hill. He's also not rolling. Does that sound correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he should roll. So 4. He'll get the 1 circle and a star. So that's 80 plus D. So that's 160. So that's 240. So he's going to go up to 180. And is he going to spend something? He's going to spend 1 skill token to go up to 200 again. 200 for Graham Hill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's almost caught Villeneuve again. Raikkonen, he's just going to do regular speeds, so he's going to go 120. 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And he's going to have to roll. And Alonso will have to roll, and Fittipaldi as well. Okay, at the moment I'm going 100, which is okay. I'm going to stick to 100 and pay the wear to get through there. I only have 7 though. Is it worth it to try to have Alonso? Is it worth it to slow down? But then these two are going to catch me. And they also have a lot of wear still. I want to roll a chance. Roll a chance sucks. Should I spend 2? Should I spend just 1? My top speed, I should spend 2. Yeah, I'll spend 2. Okay. Alonso, so he has to roll. We're not 2/3 yet. 2/3 of the race is here. So he has 8. Or his wear is less than C. C here is 7. It's not less. So it doesn't matter. So 8. So he's going to do the double star. There's nothing there. 1 star, no. Double, then 120 plus D. So for Alonso, that is 180. He has nothing to push, so just 160 then. So like I said, he flies out of the corner at 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have Fittipaldi, who has to roll 6 here. But it doesn't really matter for him because he has to maintain his speed. So it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, immediately a gap. And it's my turn. I also go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that makes me spend 2 wear. But I'll be able to slipstream Fittipaldi at least. Maybe even 2. Alright, so then Villeneuve. He's just going to go basic speed, which is 80. So, dun. He's going to move 4 spaces. Whoa. He's coming from 180. His deceleration is only 60. So that would bring him to 120. So he has to decelerate twice more. So he would spend a skill token and then wear. So, okay. Because he's coming in way too hot with his 180. But yeah, it's allowed now. So 4 spaces. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Then it is Graham Hill. So Graham Hill, according to his strategy, he's going to do 1 star, which is 80 plus D, which is 160. At the moment, he's going 200, so he can go to 160. That's no problem. I have a question about Alonso, though, in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that doesn't make sense. 4, 3, 2, 1. So he's here. He can only go maximum 120. And even then, he's not going to go 120. He's just going to do 100. He has to do 100 because otherwise he bumps, right? Yeah. So 100 from 160, that's correct. So 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had a question about Alonso because Alonso is going 160 and before that he was 100, but he has to accelerate for 40 and he cannot do that, right? Alonso, he would have to roll for acceleration. So let's see if he got the acceleration. He has to roll and he has to get 9 or lower. He does get it. Okay. But just so we do it correctly, he did get it. Because his acceleration is actually quite low. Sometimes it might be like that I'm looking at the wrong stuff sometimes. I'm looking at 80. Because the 120 plus 8 plus D plus D, but then I forget to look at acceleration. So I think some of them might have been going too fast so far. Especially Villeneuve, I think, and Alonso, because he only has 40 acceleration and he's been going crazy. All right, well, I have to check in the replay. All right, so Raikkonen is next. He is right there. He's going 120. He has to roll. He rolls 5. And that is nothing. So he just does 60 plus D plus D, which is 140, plus 60 is 200. So 120 plus 80 would work, but he has nothing to spend, right? Raikkonen. Yeah, so he's going to get stuck at 180. That's 9 spaces for Raikkonen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, next lap. I am there. Behind Fittipaldi. I'm just gonna go all out. Plus 60, so I'm gonna go 160. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna try to go 180 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna try to go 180, but then I have to slow down as well, which I won't be able to. So 160 is probably better. 180. I can slow down to 120. And it's 80 already. I can spend 2 wear to go. No, it's fine. 180. I know I was going to try to keep my wear, but yeah, maybe I should just keep my wear. I'll keep it to 160. 160. Then I'll spend like 1 wear. 160 and no, 140. And we're going to hope for some slipstream. 140. We came from 100. So 140. Okay. Alonso. He is doing the 2-star, not available. His wear is higher. I do think so. Than the C, yes. So he's going to do double 120 plus D. That's 180. He's doing 160 right now. So 180 would mean he can't do that. So it's just 168. But he can only maximum go 140. So, but yeah, 140. So 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it is Fittipaldi, who is going to do basic speed, so 80 plus D. That's 160. So that's exactly what he's going to do. 8 spaces. So he's going to slipstream me for 1 spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 7 for me plus slipstream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Then behind us we have Villeneuve, who is just going regular speeds on the line. So that's 60. For 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And he's going to have to roll later on. And then we have Graham Hill, who is doing the 1-star thing on the line. So he's going to go 80. So move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And I guess he comes out of the corner like this. And he has to spend 1 wear for that because he went over it. So then it is, they're both gonna have to roll. And then it's Raikkonen, who's going pretty fast at 180. He's just doing regular speed, so 60 plus D is 140. He's slowing down. 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Then we have to choose what I'm going to do. I think I'm fine at 140. There's going to be 80. Actually, should go down to 120. Yeah. 120. Or 100. Because I think he's going to go up to 120. I'm going to go 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just spend 1 wear. Okay, I'm going to gamble 100 and see if he pulls me through. At least in the initial part. 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's a shitty position to be in. Because that means I have to do another 100 after that. It's not worth spending 1 wear for. I'm better spending 80 then. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. Should be okay. Let's see if they help me. Alonso. 2 star. So that is 120. So 120, and he's going to spend 2 wear to go 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Then Fittipaldi, he's going to do 2 stars. So he's going to go 120, which is perfect because that is slipstreaming time, baby. 6 for him, and spending 2 wear. So 6 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My turn, 100 plus 1 spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1 spot, 6. And I spent 1 wear only. So the slipstream came in handy because I was able to do kind of save 1 wear, and I can go hard out of the corner. And but Alonso's going to be difficult to capture though, because he still has 6 wear and I have 4. But my top speed is higher, so maybe at one point I'll be able to get him. Okay, so they both have to roll. And then it's here. Whoever goes fastest. So Graham Hill is going 80. So Graham Hill will go first. And he is going to roll because they both have to roll. So it's 6. He's going to go regular speed again. So that's 100 plus D. That's 180. But he only has 60 acceleration. That's 140. Does he spend? He spends. So he's going to go 160. Eight spaces for Graham Hill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then we have Villeneuve, who has to roll. He rolls a 10. So he goes there. And he rolls a 4. Okay, is his wear higher than C? It is higher than C because C is 7 and he has 10 wear. And they say previous phase roll again. Great. 8. Okay, he's just going to follow regular stuff. So 100 plus D is 160. But he can only accelerate 60. And I guess he'll spend this to go 1 higher. So 160. So he's going to go 140. But it doesn't mean that he's running out of steam because his acceleration is not that good. So 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But he will get slipstreamed. Raikkonen. does regular stuff on the line, 60. So he can do that, no problem. So he moves 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3, and he will roll as well.